Well, it's Dragon Butt Monday. Spent some time with Riley, had to run some errands, and went to Home Depot and got another 15 sheets of 3/4 inch plywood. This stuff is heavy. So I'm not looking forward to it, but I gotta lug all that inside, and then I'm gonna go to the local lumber yard. Hopefully I have a better experience today. And I gotta get another 15 sheets of, 15 2x10 by 16s and one more pressure treated 2x6. So I gotta get these unloaded, loaded in there, and then shoot back over. I was just gonna get the 2x10s at Home Depot, but they're almost 10 bucks a piece more, and I need like another 14 of them, I think. So that'd be close to 150 bucks extra. So I'll go deal with the local lumber yard, even if I have to bump into that same guy, whatever. I'm gonna save some money. So let's get to this and then see what happens. All right, 15 more sheets lugged inside. Off to the next project. Seems like Groundhog's Day around here. Another lumber run thrown in through the window. 15 2x10 by 16s and one 2x6 by 16 pressure treated. And then the other 15 sheets of 3/4 inch dry guard subflooring. So at least that's something done today. I believe I'm just going to call it at that today, because I still need to go food shopping and whatnot, and I'm reasonably clean. So rather than get filthy for an hour or two and then clean up to rush and go food shopping, I'm gonna go food shopping, and then probably take Riley for a good walk. So tomorrow will be a day of progress. Tomorrow we should see some good stuff going on. I'm excited. Right, so let's see what we can get done today. Just took Riley for a little walk, and I think the plan is this section of wall, basically from, I think that side of this window all the way to this side of this door, is gone. It's literally floating there right now. So I'll go inside in a second and cover why there's a little bit of caution that has to be taken here. But basically I got rain coming later today, and then tomorrow and possibly Friday. So I ain't gonna be able to do much on the outside in the rain. So I think I'm gonna start with trying to rip down this section of wall and maybe try and get this piece of sill at least sitting in place today. I don't know. The everything seems to curveball lately, but let's see how we do. But either way, I'm gonna start working on this wall. I'll probably start with taking out the window, and then taking out the door, and then cutting out the rest. And I'll continue on inside in 1 second when I get the front unscrewed. All right, so now we're inside. I'll explain the sketchiness going on. So basically the way this wall jacked is the roof lifted off of this wall because it's rotted right off, and the bottom is rotted right off, and now the floor joists are all cut right off. So that whole wall, like you touch it, it's moving pretty fluidly over there. And ideally, if I can get that piece of sill joist, rim plate and sill plate installed over there, then I can, from inside, I can put up the floor joists, and then I can start, blocking. Then I can start doing the flooring and all that stuff. So I have a lot of work I can do inside for the next few days. The sketchiness is anything that falls inward is going all the way to the basement. For one, got to take it out of the basement, so that's a pain in the butt. But the other problem is that door and the door frame, that jack is holding up, I don't know, 18 feet or so of the back of the house. So if that door framing comes in and knocks that board out of the way, it is screwed in place, but still it is balancing on a jack down there. So if something comes in and hits that and takes it out, then the roof's gonna collapse. So that's sketchy. So that's where I gotta be really careful. So I'm gonna see if I can strategically disassemble the window and get that out. Mainly so if that drops in the basement, it's still glass shards everywhere I gotta deal with. So any mess I can keep down a little bit will be nice. And I know I won't get the wall built today. I won't build the wall until I have the subfloor down and I can build right on the subfloor and build up from there. So this will be ripped off and probably just like one board across it, if that, and then a top over it for the rain, or plastic, something like that. So let's see what we can do. Enough talking. As my old boss would say, well, you got the talking done. And he'd stop there, meaning, you got the talking done, now get the work done. I'm gonna try and get some work done. As long as this guy is very patient with me today. Wish me luck with him. Alright, so go ahead, switch over to video. And this up here, this is the header over the door. This is supposed to be the strongest point of the house, kinda. And there's the outer side of it. There's the inside of it trying to fall inward. That's bad. And then also, see the whole sill, I just kind of chunked it away. That's the rim joist that I'm replacing. And it's just, there's nothing left of it. Now I don't know for sure, but it feels like a little shake of that wall and a good chunk of it's going to fall off. Let me just give it a wiggle. There we go. A little bit of a hole. Now you can see how little effort that took. There wasn't a single cut or nothing. So when I said that thing was hanging, it was literally just hanging there. All right, I'm gonna switch you back to a time lapse. All right, well, missing a big section of wall. That's satisfying to get that off of the house, because that, especially down the bottom, was just decay. It was pretty much dirt at this point. So that's satisfying to get that out. That's the last worst piece of the house. I'm still going to replace the sill the rest of the way, I believe, just to make sure it's 100%. So I got all my measurements. I'm going to start keying this together, and this, if you notice in the video, this bottom board is going to be, I don't know, 6 inches a foot too short, but that's just because that's a 16-foot run, and then this is less than a 16-foot run here. So when I go to do this one, I can make that one the right length and get it tucked in and meet up with each other. So yeah, basically we got a bunch of debris. All the concrete's chipped off the foundation. Everything's all cleaned up, de-nailed. That one there is cut back. That's still that double that's tied into the staircase. So I just cut that back far enough where it's out of the way, and I'll address that afterwards once I get the flooring done to about here, and I'll jack that and I'll swap that out. So yeah, time to assemble another piece of sill and fight it in 16 feet by myself. Let's do it. There it is from the inside. No sill, rim joist, back wall, window, door, all missing. Now, start assembling some stuff out of this. $16 more feet of sill and rim joist installed. That was a bit of a bear to get it to go in front of these existing floor joists over here and behind the concrete stair setup, because it literally wedges right behind there, and then get it to flip down under that wall and out. But we got it. This is all in place. This external board is just keeping this lined up so like the weather doesn't let it curl out, because the last 2 feet of this ain't really going to be screwed on until I get these rim joists in. So that's just keeping the warpage at bay in the meantime. But there she goes. And she's got a handful of anchors in there. Long, I want to do one way down the other end once I'm downstairs with the ladder. It's time to go feed Riley. And then try feed Riley, run him a little, then cut some floor joists to length, start fitting those, and cutting, blocking, and all that fun stuff. Rinse and repeat. Groundhog's Day. All floor joists are up in place, all blocked on the outside edge along the back wall over there. They came in the wrong direction. But yeah, they're all blocked, a couple of screws on the inside, locking them in place. And now I got to start all the blocking all the way across the middle. That'll all get totally nailed in. I'm not nailing the ends until I have the walls sitting on there and they're all tensioned, they're all collapsing as much as possible, and until the center is leveled up, because I do got to bring up this part of the floor anyway in the middle. So those two joists are coming together at two different angles into like a V right now. So I don't want to nail them and not be able to jack them up. So they'll come up and level up to each other, and then I'll nail the crap out of them while they're shimmed, and those will be done. So yeah, I think we're just about to get into some rain. It seems like the weather's changing a little. So I'm going to start with the blocking and then probably not put the top up until last minute. That way I'm running around in the rain. But I'm enjoying the light and the fresh air. So that's why I'm not putting it up yet. Holy crap, look at that. All the floor joists in, all the blocks in, rim and sill rim plate and sill, rim joist and sill plate are all in. I don't know why I'm screwing those up today. But that's huge, to be able to walk across this now safely. I still have a pile mess to clean up. Probably not going to get to that because I've got a couple of things I got to deal with tonight. But this is satisfying. Check this out. Oh yeah. That means that this strip right here, it's the last of the original floor and subfloor, floor joists and all that in the house. And that over there. And they're very patient, Riley. Sorry, bud. So yeah. Well, I'm going to take a few minutes and staple up some top or plastic or something on the back of the house here. See what I got laying around in that length. And yeah, we'll get to it. But tomorrow will be nice, because I think tomorrow, there goes the compressor. Tomorrow I should be able to start putting those couple of last tie-in pieces down the end after I jack the end wall a little bit more, and then jack the center wall a little, and I can start sliding the flooring in. Once that goes in, then the rest across this room, it's just boom, 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 boom. All those pieces will go down. So under the wall will be pretty much a huge pain in the butt. And the other two in the other room, the tie-in pieces, those are going to be a bit of a pain in the butt. But once I get past this wall, then it's gonna fall together. It's gonna be so satisfying. And once I get the flooring out to this end, then I can start letting down that side wall, and then I can change out the bottom board on that wall way down there and let that wall down onto it. And that'll be huge. Progress. I like it.